Why hello and welcome to baking with me. What's up? So, for French class I am making a croquembouche, which is a French celebratory cake, and it's made of layers of cream puffs stacked into like a pyramid shape, and it's decorated with spun sugar, and it's held together with caramel. And yeah, let's see if I can do this. Okay, so the ingredients you'll need to make one batch, which is gonna make about 28? Yeah, it should make about 30 pastries each. So what you need for batch one is 1 stick of butter, unsalted butter, and if you don't have sticks, 8 tablespoons. I'm moving all my ingredients to the side. I have 8 of them because I'm making 4 batches. Four of them because I'm making 4 batches. Okay, next you will need salt. You'll need half a teaspoon of salt. You will need 1.5 teaspoons of granulated sugar. You'll need 1 cup of all-purpose flour. This is all-purpose. Yeah, it's all-purpose flour. And then you'll also need 3 to 4 eggs, depends on how big your eggs are, plus 1 for egg wash. Oh, that's annoying. I'm probably gonna need like 4 because I have normal sized eggs. Yeah. So what you need, like, would you call them all utensils? I don't know, but the utensils you will need are, I don't have piping bags, so I'm just using large Ziploc bags. It's opened. Ziploc. I'm using large Ziploc bags. Measuring cups and spoons. I only have 1 spoon. This is gonna be my tablespoon because I lost the actual tablespoon. You will also need a brush for egg wash, a wooden spoon, not a plastic one, a wooden spoon, and then one of these like rubbery spatulas, along with a whisk. This whisk is so tiny, so small, like so small. A bowl. Why is most of my cooking stuff yellow? Like yellow bowl, yellow measuring cups. A large saucepan, but I don't have a large saucepan, so I'm using this. You basically just need something with higher walls. Like, don't use a skillet. Don't. You will also need baking sheets. This isn't obvious. We're baking. You need baking sheets. And you also need a mixer, but you need a mixer. One of those. Okay, so the first step is to preheat your oven to 425. Yeah, 425. It's at 100 degrees right now. So you're gonna take your saucepan and you're gonna put your butter, your water. Oh, I just spilt it everywhere. Oh no. Let's get a towel. Whoops. And then you're gonna have half a teaspoon of salt. That's a lot more than half a teaspoon. That looks like about half a teaspoon. So hard to measure half a teaspoon. And then you're gonna take 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. Ooh, that made noise. Of course it made noise. I'm in a video. Okay, let's shut up. Okay. 1. And then a half. And then you're gonna bring this to a boil on medium-high heat. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, it's the front. To medium-high heat. And your oven should be preheating. You gotta wait till the butter starts to boil Well, all of it starts to boil. But you gotta bring it to a raging boil. So the oven is done preheating. Ooh, that's hot. At 425. This is not boiling yet. It's almost there, and you're gonna want to have a rack ready and your flour ready, because as soon as this starts boiling, you're supposed to take it off and add the flour in all at once and stir it with the wooden spoon. So it's boiling now, so take it off the heat, add in all the flour at once, so 1 cup of flour, and you stir it hard for 30 to 60 seconds to get all the flour incorporated. Ooh, sticky mixture. It kind of smells like noodles. It smells a lot like noodles. Being in an empty kitchen, everything echoes. Okay, so there. And then you throw it back on for a few seconds to get all the moisture out. It should look a little something like that. Yeah. Then you get all the moisture out. Yeah. Next what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and put it into a mixing bowl. Oh yeah, that looks real nice. It is one big lump. So let's get the mixing bowl out. Just kind of let it fall on the mixer and mix it at medium speed. And your mixer should be fitted with a paddle attachment. Lock. Ooh, it's steamy. So now you're gonna need 3 eggs and this. While this is running, you add 1 egg at a time, stopping in between each to scrape down the sides. Don't put those 2 there. Pull this out. I'm gonna stop it and pull it out just to be able to scrape down the sides. You gotta make sure the sides are scraped nice. To make sure that you get egg in all of it. Choux pastry is actually kind of fun to make. I heard that it was gonna be hard. Because on Great British Bake Off, they always make it seem very hard. The sides are scraped. It's going back in. Next egg. So, after 2 eggs, it looks like that. Ooh, look at that. Nice scraped on the bottom, and then we're gonna add another. Next, you're gonna take your piping bag. I have a Ziploc bag. I'm just gonna put it in here. Okay, so I put my hair up because it was annoying me. I got a Ziploc bag full of choux pastry mix. What you're gonna do, you're just gonna clip one of the corners. Not too big. I don't know how big, but it'll work. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a baking sheet. Ooh, that one's dirty. I'm gonna have to wash that. Okay, so one of those was dirty. So you have your baking soda, and you're just gonna pipe cream puffs into it. There. That's... I'm not making them too big. Okay, so I definitely messed up. I'm gonna have to add one more egg. Great. Well, look at me doing great. So I got 4 eggs added. It's basically what you saw plus one more egg. It's basic. So got it on a Ziploc bag pipe. So this is the trash. There. Let's try and keep these all about the same size. So in the last clip I got interrupted, and I only had enough to make 20, and they aren't even the same size. So these are gonna suck, but I'm trying. What 15-year-old knows how to make really good cream puffs on their first try? Okay, so what you gotta do is you gotta smooth it out so there isn't a point. You gotta smooth out the top so there's not a point. So this is not helping much. Nope. Who cares if there's a point? It's gonna make it worse if I try to fix it. Okay, so what you do next is you take 1.5 teaspoons of water and mix it with 1 egg to make an egg wash for these. This does not have teaspoons. Just a dash of water and then 1 egg. And then you're just gonna whisk it together to make an egg wash. I need so many paper towels. I love baking, but this is the first time I've done anything other than cookies. I usually do cakes and cookies. I usually don't do classic recipes. It's usually stuff you'd find at a kid's birthday party. Okay, I whisked. Okay, if I show you it's gonna spill, so let's not. Oops, that almost fell in. Let's move the whisk over here. Little brush, doohickey. Just make a little egg wash. To make sure that they do good in the oven. For the longest time, I never got why an egg wash would work, because I thought it would just cook the egg on top of it, and then you'd have little balls of pastry covered in scrambled eggs, which now it still makes sense, because did I already get a bunch of pastry onto the brush? My pastry is still so sticky, and I have no clue what to do with it, but oh well. Okay, so this is actually gonna have bits of fried egg. Bum 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 bum. These are gonna suck because I don't really know how to do these. I just kind of read the instructions today. that one right there, that one's gonna be surrounded by fried egg. I just know it. Hello again. So I learned my lesson the hard way because they turned out way too big. Like, I have even bigger ones. Like, these are huge. They taste good, so I know I got the choux pastry right, but accidentally made them way too big. So what you're gonna want to do, I'm making another batch, and you're gonna want to make them about this size because they're like that big now. Like, if you were doing the OK symbol, they would fit in the circle. So look at all those huge cream puffs. So they're about to be turned. Well, I'm about to change the temperature because it goes from 425 for 15 minutes and then 375 for 20 minutes, and then they're done, or until they're golden brown. It's roughly 20 minutes. So I'll show you guys what they look like now. Also, make sure you use parchment paper because I didn't, and those stuck to the pan and it took us 20 minutes to scrub the pan. So I'm going to show you guys what they look like, and yeah, that's how you make choux pastry. I'll be filling them in a bit. I gotta make the cream first. Look at those. Those look nice. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, those are better. Much better. So yeah, and I'll show you guys filling them with cream once they're all out. Oh, but of course I forgot to film how to make the whipped cream. 2 cups heavy cream, 1/4 a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 tablespoons sugar. Throw it in a mixer with a whisk attachment and stir till thick. It's literally just whipped cream. Like, it's just whipped cream. It's really good too. Okay, so now I'm coring them. I'm just putting a hole in them because they don't really have cores, they're hollow. I don't have like a little like piping tool, so I'm using a zester that has like a semicircle, and I'm just kind of carving out a little hole. Gotta be very gentle. And it's so satisfying to pull these out. It's so satisfying. And then piping bag full of whipped cream. Boom. Got yourself a cream puff. Remember to be gentle with this, because I've almost broken multiples of these. I'm not used to having my hair up, it's so weird. Oh, it cracked. It cracked. Oh mon dieu. It's finally the last step. Piping. So, I've got a few of these cored. I just took a Ziploc bag, filled it with whipped cream. I'm too lazy to make another homemade batch of whipped cream, so I'm gonna go get some in the spray can and use that. But I did make 1 batch of homemade whipped cream. You just fill it, and then, yeah. I'm very tempted to eat them. I want to eat them so bad, but I know I shouldn't, or else then I'm just gonna have to bake even more. I've already baked. I've been writing how many I've baked on my arm, and then how many I filled on here. So I'm at 117 baked, 55 filled. Some of the 117 like cracked, or they were too shallow, or burnt, or just broke in half. So those aren't part of the filled. So I have to wait until I got 100 filled that are good for the project. I'm just keeping track of how many I bake because it's fun. Who wouldn't want to know how many cream puffs they make in an afternoon? It's no longer afternoon. I've been working since like 3. I've been making cream puffs for about 3 or 4 hours now. Yeah. It's because I don't have friends. I just sit around and bake all the time. This one's breaking. Oh no. Ah. Let's try. There we go. Oh no, it cracked. Oh well. Choux pastry actually doesn't taste that bad. It's just not that sweet.
I definitely wouldn't want to eat a bunch of these by themselves. Another one cracked. Oh mon dieu, what am I doing? I grabbed all the big puffy ones. Another one cracked. See, this is what I mean. I've baked 117, but that doesn't mean 117 are going into the project. Another one cracked. Oh my lord. Swear to God, if this one cracks. It cracked. I don't know what's wrong. Finally, a good one. This one did not crack. Just little circles. Then just take the whipped cream. So that puts me at 60 filled cream puffs. And I'm gonna fill these and eat them because they're cracked. What else am I gonna do with them? I'm not putting them in the croquant bouche, which I will be assembling later. That's gonna be one of my next videos, is assembling the croquant bouche. Because it's like, it's a pyramid of cream puffs with spun sugar. That's gonna be awesome. Plus it's like a grade, so yeah. That's gonna have to be done. And yeah, so that's it for now. Goodbye.